Hey everybody, it's Michael from GetFitOver40.com. I've got a product unboxing. Today we're looking at the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra. Been a fan of Samsung for quite a while. It's going on. I switched from an iPhone, I'm thinking a 7 back in the day. Maybe it was an 8. I don't even know. It might have been a 6. Switched over to the Samsung, and I've stayed with their systems, their phones since. I'm rocking all the Galaxy watches. I've got their earbuds. I really like their product line. And what I generally do is I wait about 2 years before I upgrade. So I skipped the 23. This is the 22. Skipped the 23 and went straight to the 24. So I waited a couple years between upgrading. For me, that works pretty good. I often find that one generation isn't enough to encourage me to buy all the new features. They're usually minimal. But this product is getting a lot of attention. It's got a lot of new stuff. We'll kind of really quickly talk about it. This isn't a review, just some reasons, why maybe I'm upgrading and what the new phone offers. All right, let's get into the unboxing. Here we go. Let's take a look at the box real fast. So, you're not going to see too much on the outside of the box other than what it is. This one is the titanium gray, which you'll see shortly. I love it when they do this. You don't have to have a knife or anything. Okay, this is exciting. This will be my new best buddy for a while. Oh, that's a nice color. You can see it shimmers. It's got the shimmery sort of finish to it. You're not going to see a lot of differences in design. One of the big differences is it's a more squared off edge, and even the actual display is edge to edge all the way, and it's not rounded. And I'm not really a big fan of the rounded edges. Camera system's very similar, at least in terms of looking at it, but there are some changes in the camera system. There's a ton of AI that goes on with this phone. And, AI in terms of how it processes video and just photos, and you can do editing in AI, all kinds of really cool AI stuff. So that's one of the reasons why I bought it. But the cameras are definitely a huge upgrade in terms of just basically how the end result, not so much in their specs, but how it's processed. They changed the zoom, the mid zoom, or the top zoom from a 10 to a 5, believe it or not. But it's got so much more resolution that it can actually, crop in and do just as good, if not better, than the original 10 times zoom. So kind of some neat stuff. Now I am going to immediately put a screen on here because I do not want to touch this bad boy. Okay, we're going to pull this off. I am not going to, this is a virgin screen. We're going to put this on. We're going to get this going. Make sure I don't have any fingerprints. Nothing. Okay, this is kind of a neat system. Okay, here we go. See how that looks? You got this little plate jobby. Make sure there's no, that worked well. Okay, gotta like that. The screen will have never seen the light of day. Oh, what's going on over here? Okay, make sure that's all good. Okay. Looks pretty good. There's a little thing over here I'm not super happy about, but I do have more than one screen. This looks pretty good. But that's up in the corner. It looks good. Okay, we can live with that. I haven't turned it on or nothing. This is just sort of the initial thing it's going to probably ask me, but I just want to kind of show you the differences. So you can see it's definitely a little bit bigger. It's more squared. It's about the same thickness. It's really almost exactly the same. It really is. It just got a more squared edge. You can see there. Okay, but the screen itself, see if I can turn it on just so you can kind of see how much screen real estate you get with this guy. Should just turn on, hold it down. There we go. So let's see what kind of screen real estate we get. I did get a case, by the way, while this turns on. This guy right here. I like the Spigen cases. They're pretty cool. This one has a little pop-out thingy here, so you can rest it, help you sit it on a table. But it's got lots of extra coverage. My last one kind of damaged my phone a little bit just because it wasn't protective enough. I got quite a few little dings you can see there, right there, scratches on the back. I got a little nick in the glass. So not happy about that. I like keeping my phones pristine. All right, so just to give you an idea of the screen size, we don't want to get in my credit cards. So you can see that definitely there's more edge. It's more edge to edge. You don't have as much bezel. You don't have this rounded edge like I have on the 22, which I found gets in the way. Like people are always touching it when you hand them their phone. They touch the screen and changing things, and it's not cool. I like not having that. I prefer just a flat screen, to be honest. So that's good. So some of the differences, well, basically same battery. Basically, cameras has a similar camera setup. You have the widescreen lens. You've got the 1x lens. On this one, you have a 3 and then a 5. On this one, you have the wide lens. You have the 1x, and then you have the 3, and then you have a 10. And you might think that that's a bad thing. Like, why not have a 10 times zoom? Well, if you're zooming out to 5, what's going to happen is the 3 will crop in to 5. On this one, it goes from 3 to 5. So if you're using a 5 times zoom, it's going to be way better on here. Plus, it's 50 megapixel instead of 10. So I think it's 50. It's 50 or 40, but it's quite a bit more pixels. I think it's 50 megapixel instead of 10. So the 10 times zoom has a 10 megapixel sensor. This one has a 50. So when you zoom in to 5, you can crop in quite a bit and still retain a lot of the resolution. So it's going to be kind of similar, but you'll have the advantage of it looking a lot better when you're at the 5 or even between, say, 3 and 10. When you're between 3 and 10, it's going to look way better on here. The screen brightness is 2600 nits. This is like 1700 nits. This screen has like an anti-glare thing. So I don't know if you can see it. I do have a screen protector on it, so it's going to be hard to tell now. But the screen glare is much less on, well, again, with the screen protector on here, it kind of nullifies that. But there's a lot less glare on the screen, and the brightness is crazy. 12 gigs of RAM, 8 gigs of RAM. They're both 512 gig phones. There's a ton of AI built into this phone, and the processor is much better. The AI just does a ton for anything to do with photos, editing. Yeah, you can do all this crazy editing effects, just remove stuff, move stuff, get rid of buildings in pictures, move objects around in pictures. It just does a crazy job of filling in the space behind it. And in terms of just the image quality, when you take a picture, there's so much more going on. Even like things like you can slow down actual video and create a slow motion effect, even when you didn't record in slow motion. It's all part of the AI. So there's just so much you can do. And so as a blogger and as a YouTuber and, all the stuff that I do online, a lot of content, video content, being able to take, really high quality videos is obviously a major bonus for me. So those are just some of the things that interested me about the S24 Ultra. Thought I'd kind of just really quickly share it. Didn't really show you around the phone too much. I mean, it's not set up. It's more of an unboxing. In terms of what's in the box, I didn't even show you that. What's in this box? I'm going to assume there's no power adapter, but a cable. It would be nice if there's a cable. So you don't get a wall wart. You just get this, which is fine. I'll just use my old one, my old power wall wart. Samsung isn't getting mine back since they didn't send me one. They won't get that back. They'll just get my phone. But you get your cable. Looks like you get some instructions here on how to put your SIM card in. There's probably a SIM card jobby in there. Yeah, there's a SIM card jobby in there. And that's it. You don't get much with this phone. You get the phone, you get a cable, and you get the SIM card little proddy device. And that's it. But what's the most important is this phone right here, right? This guy. So this is going to go in the case right now, and I'm going to start setting up. The one thing I didn't talk about is transferring data. The nice thing is if you go from Samsung to Samsung, it's pretty easy. You just run a cable. They've got these transfer programs on either end that you can transfer all the stuff over, and you get everything over there, but you're still going to have to set up your Bluetooth devices. You're still going to have to set up, I'm going to have to do my Meta glasses, my earbuds. I'm going to have to redo a lot of passwords and things for websites and stuff that I go into. So all that has to happen. I've got to reset up my watch, so it's a bit of a pain in the ass. It's going to take pretty much all day for me to get this phone set up, but then I'll have this ready to go and enjoy it for the next 2 years. All right, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Check me out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Until next time, take care.